Yo, it's your boy JT. This is my post-fight video to this weekend's fights. So let's get right into it. It was a great week. I watched every fight. I was surprised at some outcomes. I was surprised at some performances. But let's get right into it, man. Let's go with Sakio Bika. Let's start with the Showtime card. Sakio Bika versus Anthony Dirrell. Bika was Bika, man. Bika came out very wide, very wild, throwing crazy shots all over the place. Constantly tying up, hitting low, leading with the head. But see, the thing is, that's how Bika fights, And, Anthony Dirrell, he came out. I think it was about the second or third round. You could see it on his face, man. He had that deer in headlights look. Like, what did I just get into? And Bika, man, he was just wailing away with wild shots, I had Bika winning. I predicted Bika to win. I didn't make a pre-fight video, but I had Bika winning. Anthony Dirrell, he boxed very nice fights, man. Very nice in the first, I'll say 4 rounds. But his inactivity and his lack of footwork, he allowed Bika to stay in the fight. In the fight, he really could have made it a lot easier for himself if he used footwork. He had the right idea, but at the end of the day, you can't stand in front of Sakio Bika and let him tee off on you on the ropes. He was just laying on the ropes getting pummeled. He reminded me of Maidana, which could be a preview to next week. Adrian Broner on the ropes getting pummeled. You feel me? So, y'all just be on the lookout for that. So, I agreed with the decision. I had Bika winning by a point or a draw. I didn't have Dirrell winning. Bika was the champion. The champion was the underdog, which is pretty rare occasion. But, yeah, if you're going to take the belt, especially the lineal championship, you got to take that shit, homie. You can't sit back crying, looking like Andre Dirrell, crying to the refs, crying about decisions. You got to make it do what it do. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on that fight. Now, let's go to, what was the next fight? Oh, erislandy Lara versus Austin, no doubt, Trout. This was my disappointment of the night. Trout had me very frustrated. I actually picked Trout to win. And he didn't do any of the things that I thought he would do. I thought he would get on the inside and pummel Lara to the body, pummel Lara to the inside. But Lara fought a beautiful fight, man. Lara fought a beautiful fight. He used angles. He used footwork. He caught Trout with straight lefts. Very wide array of different punches. And he just frustrated Trout, man. He used his speed. And Trout just looked like he had 2 feet in cement, man. He couldn't get off on him. No homo. Lara just used speed and angles, man. Came in, used great technique. Those Cubans, man. Hit you with 1-2s and get out of there. In the 11th round, he dropped Trout, had him looking like Michael Jackson doing the splits. You know, it was very frustrating for Trout, man. I felt bad. He had his family there. I don't think he know what he was getting himself into. You know, I want to see Lara. You know, let's see if Canelo want to step up to the plate. You know, I doubt it. But if he do, it'll be a good fight, man. Some of you guys are already counting Canelo out. I'm just going to say, you know, one thing about Canelo, man, you know, he's very poised and he has a lot of punching power, you know. So I don't know who I would pick in that fight, but I would lean probably towards Canelo because of the fact that Lara, he hasn't shown the best chin. And you fighting Canelo, you got to have a chin, you know, because you're going to get hit with some huge shots. And Canelo, based on the politics, you know, they'll probably, you know, baby him, put him in the best situation, you know, put it in Texas, open scoring, you know, unbelievable scenario. You know, that's just the type of shit they do. But, you know, probably lean towards Canelo in that fight. But we'll see what happens, man. Anyway, let's go on to the next fight. Shawn Porter versus Devon Alexander. Shawn Porter was actually another surprise tonight. You know, I knew he was wild and crazy. And, you know, I knew that's really Devon's Achilles heel, man. He does not like it when you get on the inside and you get wild and you get physical with him. He don't like that. He's a finesse fighter, man. Devon is a finesse fighter. You know, he wants to stay on the outside, get all these crazy, beautiful shots off. But you make it rough and tumble for him, you know. You start looking stupid, man. And Shawn just rushed in, man. Got inside and hit him with wild shots, led with his head. I don't know, man. It was on all over the place that Shawn Porter brought in Joel Diaz. You know, so that kind of should have been an indicator to Devon, man. You know, he kind of should have known that was coming, man, you know. So I don't know what Devon was thinking, man. Devon thought, you know, this guy is a sparring partner. I feel like Devon underestimated him, man. Devon underestimated him. So, you know, Shawn Porter got in that ass, man. No homo. You know, he got on the inside and beat the hell out of Devon, man. And not much really to say about that fight, man. Devon, he just couldn't do anything, man. All that wild shit, man. Looked like a fake Timothy Bradley, man. He went in there and just done what he had to do. But Shawn Porter will lose soon. It's actually a good thing that Devon lost. So now we'll see some more. You know, we'll see some guys come out the woodworks ready to fight for that IBF. Shit. We'll see some guys come out of nowhere, you know, who wants to try to take that belt. It's kind of like when Paulie Malignaggi was the WBA champion, man. Everybody was coming from his head. Everybody's going to be gunning for Shawn Porter, man. So we'll see, man. We'll see. A lot of people don't know Shawn Porter is coming down from 154, man. So he's not a weak welterweight. He's not weak. He's just short. And a lot of people are going to underestimate that. So we'll see what happens, man. Shawn Porter's going to get some fights. So Let's go to the main event. Paulie Malignaggi versus Zab Stupid Judah. Um, the fight went exactly as I predicted, man. Paulie outboxed him. Zab looked uninterested. He looked like he just came for his check, get out of there. He couldn't get off, couldn't pull a trigger. Paulie just used his jab and stayed on the inside. Stayed on the outside. He's just a fresher fighter, man. Zab, he couldn't get off. I don't know what Zab was thinking, but to beat Paulie, you got to walk him down, man. And Zab just wasn't walking him down and wasn't throwing anything, man. So I don't know what he was thinking, man. Paulie looked like he's rejuvenated. Maybe he might try to get that Porter fight. Get that Porter fight. And I probably would favor Paulie in that. But great night of boxing. Great night of boxing. Great night of boxing, Paulie beat the hell out of Zab Judah. Not really much to say because Zab didn't really do shit. He just tried to start some shit at the end, but that's Zab, man. He just when he loses, he's a sore loser, man. He want to start shit, but great night of boxing, man. Let's go to the HBO card. Glen Tapia versus Mandingo James Kirkland, man. I didn't make a prediction, but I was leaning towards Glen Tapia, man. I just thought Kirkland was gonna get hit with a shot, man, but he came out there and decimated fucking Tapia, man. Man, I don't know why they let that kid get beat up like that, man. He got knocked out ice cold, man, on his feet, and it sucks, man, because that's a 23-year-old kid, man. So, it was just a war, man. Two guys coming straight at each other. Glen Tapia, he fought the right fight in the first round, but he just kind of gassed himself out. And I just feel like him being from Atlantic City and he came out to the music of Arturo Gotti, and I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, man. Dude, you gotta be a crazy motherfucker to want to fight like Arturo Gotti, man. Just use your face's defense, man. It's just, dude, that guy, he better change his trainer too, man. His trainer sending him out there after taking all that punishment, man. I don't know what they were doing, man. It seems like they were trying to play. They played it, trying to play the HBO's hands, man, and try to get, trying to get on HBO, man, trying to sell the whole blood and guts brawling style, but got his ass knocked out, man. You fought James Kirkland fight, man. You came right into his wheelhouse. That's exactly what he wants you to do. So, I mean, James Kirkland done what he had to do, man. When he with Ann Wolf, man, you better run and hide, man, because it's gonna be brutal. What's next for Kirkland? I want to see him go up to middleweight, man. I don't think it's really enough fights for him at 154, man. Go up to middleweight, and beat up on those guys, because Kirkland can punch, man. He can punch hard enough, and he's athletic enough to give some of those guys problems, man. I would like to see him in Triple G, man. That would be a great fight. But I think Triple G will knock him out, but at least Kirkland won't be scared, Come in letting his hands go. So, the main event, Rigondeaux versus Agbeko. What else is there to say, man? That was a master boxing clinic, man. I think Rigo's the second best fighter in the world, man. He just right now he just can't be beat, man. You know. I don't think Nonito won that fight. I would like to see him and Vic Darchinyan, man. I would like to see Rigo and Vic Darchinyan, man. I think it's time to move up, man. I mean, if you want to be in that conversation with Floyd, you got to move up in weight. You got to be able to move up weight classes and dominate, you know. Now, Rigo starts doing that, then he's up there, man. You know, he goes up to 126 and he does the same thing that he's doing now. And then Rigo is up there, man. And that same goes for Andre Ward, man. Ward, he's done all this damage at 168, man. You can't be like Floyd unless you're doing it in multiple weight classes. So we'll see, man. Rigo put on a boxing clinic. He looked great. Wasn't running, making a guy miss right in his face and making him pay, man. So it was just beautiful boxing, beautiful to watch. So this video's getting kind of long, man. So that's all I got to say. It's your boy JT. I'm out.